Honorable Principal of the College, Professor Bashir Ahmed Pare, dignified researchers, academicians, and students, a very good afternoon to all of you. I, Mudassir Roshan, Nodal Coordinator of the Virtual Labs, on behalf of GDC Ganderbal, welcome you all to this one-day workshop on virtual labs for which our college has been recognized as Nodal Center by IIT Bombay. Virtual Labs is a project initiated by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, under the National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology (NMEICT). The project aims to provide remote access to laboratories in various disciplines of science and engineering to students at all levels from undergraduate to research. Our college was designated as Nodal Center number 208 by IIT Bombay this year in August with the aim to make virtual labs more popular among the students and faculty of the region and of the country. Now, what are virtual labs? Virtual labs can be defined as simulated learning environments that allow students to perform laboratory experiments online and explore concepts and theories without even stepping into a physical science lab. In other words, we can say a virtual laboratory is a tool for distance learning and experimentation that provides you with knowledge, data, voice, video, tools, and many other resources of learning. It provides a suitable environment to extend, to improve, integrate, refine, assist learning and experimentation process of many subjects. In other words, you can say that virtual labs is a playground for experimentation. Now, why to go for virtual labs? What is the motivation behind creation of the virtual labs? Well, virtual labs help teachers and students save time and effort because there you don't need to adhere to certain times to enter the physical lab or to move from one place to another. Also, virtual labs provide you access of learning and operating very expensive instruments which are otherwise non-affordable. Here also we can try out lab techniques for the first time and become more familiar with the advanced lab equipments that might otherwise be inaccessible for us. Through virtual labs, we have freedom to make mistakes and can repeat the experiment the number of times we want without any consumption of the chemicals. In virtual labs also, we can have access to very good and quality and standard labs like the labs of the IIT Bombay. Now, what are the objectives of the virtual lab project initiated by the MHRD? Number one, it's to provide remote access to labs in various disciplines of science and engineering. There are very good labs of science and engineering that have created the platform for these virtual labs, and there anyone can have easy access to these virtual labs. It is to cater to students at the UG level, PG level, as well as to research scholars. Here in virtual labs, the platform it is quite user friendly and it guides the student step by step at every level, be it a UG student or be it research scholar. It enables the students to learn at their own pace. There is no hurriness, there is no pressure at the back of the mind. You can repeat the experiment at your own pace. You have the freedom of making the mistakes. You can learn it slowly and eventually you will be the masters in it. Another objective is to provide complete learning management system LMS that includes web resources, video lectures, animated demonstrations and self-evaluation. Now coming to some silent features of these virtual labs, it's anytime anywhere lab. Means you can access a virtual lab from any corner of the world provided you have some things like a good internet connection and you need a laptop or you need your cell phone. Virtual labs are free to use. There is no fee. You can go to any portal and you can have access to any virtual lab you want. It's accessible through internet on any PC or any laptop. Surprisingly, virtual labs are accessible even on your smartphone tablet. These are developed in self-learning mode. You don't need any trainer there. There are good animations, there are good simulators there that will guide you. You don't need anyone to guide you. It's a self-learning mode. And the experiments there, they are very innovative experimentations which can arouse curiosity in you. And over 100 virtual labs have already been developed. Now, the basic idea behind these virtual labs is that there's a physical lab located remotely. It is, say, for example, in IT Bombay, and then through the internet, any user from any corner of the world can access it. The broad areas for virtual labs are, it's basically for science and engineering students, but there are virtual labs for language students as well. The broad areas for virtual labs are electronics and communication engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering, biomedical and biotechnology engineering, chemical sciences, and physical sciences. Almost all areas of science and engineering are covered on the portal of IT Bombay. Now, who are the intended users of these virtual labs? Any college student who doesn't have access to good lab facilities, high school students whose inquisitiveness will be triggered, possibly motivating them to take up higher studies, different engineering students who can benefit from the content and related teaching resources, researchers in different institutes who can share collaborative equipments and resources, and even the faculty can use the virtual labs for better understanding of themselves and for the students. Now, value add in nutshell is that these are on demand labs. You can learn here at your own pace. There's an integrated learning system. Contents are available at one place. It's self-evaluation. You can have the exercises there and you can self-evaluate yourself. You'll be having quizzes there. And there are also animations, video tutorials which guide you towards these experiments, learning of the experiments. And the most important thing is there you have the freedom to make mistake. You can experiment with the experiments. There you can do an experiment a number of times you want. There are no limitations of time, no limitation of resources, nothing. You have the freedom to make mistakes. You have the freedom to experiment with the experiments. This is all. Thank you all for participating in this workshop. Soon we will be starting technical session first, which will be conducted by me, and the technical session second will be conducted by the Professor Asia, pertinently whose research is also on the simulation of simulation. And the most important thing is that all of you have to bear with us throughout the workshop, and at the end you have to fill the feedback on the IT Bombay portal. Thank you everyone. Thanks for participating.